What's up, fantasy managers? This is Jason the Lucky Bastard Uthenwoldt, and this is the Fantasy Footballin show. I am in my spare bedroom now since the parents are gone. They're back home. Not much in here, but there's plans to make this look legit. Get a desk in here. I'll be at a desk. I'm going to be at a desk looking like Bill Gates. Bill Gates who plays fantasy football. Found this football, so I was like, I'm gonna put this on here, but it's flat. That looks cool. That looks dumb. This is actually the football from Deflate Gate. You know, I was able to grab it. I took it from Tom Brady. Goat or cheat, you decide. Anyway, today we're doing player pause for tomorrow night, Thursday night football between the Bills and the Patriots. I'm doing the Bills. Tyler's doing the Patriots. And this is our version of starter sit, but we go and do player pause. So, without further ado, let's get a rolling. So let me turn the page. Okay. This is actually the first game they are playing this year. Last year they did an even split. Patriots won a game and the Bills won a game. Funny, they were both road games, too, for the winning teams. The last game was December, 26th. It was at Foxborough. And the Bills won 33-21. So with that in mind, start off with Josh Allen. And, of course, you play Josh Allen, right? He's the number one quarterback in fantasy football. The Patriots are pretty good at defense. They are the 12th best in quarterback scoring. But Josh Allen, he's the number one quarterback. You play him either way. He's a stud, right? He even may have a hurt arm, but it don't matter. He'll get those points on rushing too. The last 5 games, he has rushed 49 yards, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 84 yards. There was that game with 7 yards against the Browns. And then 78 yards and 1 touchdown against the Lions last week. So he's going to score your points. Even with a broken arm, broken neck, concussed. He's going to score you those points on the ground either way. And then those passing yards he'll get too will add on to it. He's a must start. You got to play him. And to go off of last year's game, last year in New England, Josh Allen threw the ball for 314 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he had 64 rushing yards. So you play this guy, and you play him now. Put him in your starting lineup. He's likely there to begin with. This is obvious. You start him. So let's go to the next. I'm going to go to the wide receiver. You play Stefon Diggs, right? You play this guy. He's the number 1 scoring wide receiver in the league. The Pats are the 5th best in wide receiver scoring. But it's, like I said, the Patriots defense are pretty good. I believe the Patriots defense are number 1 in scoring defense in fantasy football league. 3 out of the last 5 games, Diggs has had over 10 targets. So 3 out of the last 5 games, he's had over 10 targets. And 2 of those games, he's had 15 plus targets. So 3 out of the 5 games, he's had 10 targets. 2 out of the 3 games that were 10 targets, he had 15. I think he had 15 targets, and then he had 16 targets. This dude is getting the ball, and he cries about it when he doesn't get it. And Josh Allen wants to make his player happy, so he throws the ball. Even if he can't connect because his arm is broken, he still makes attempts to throw him the ball. And you play him either way just because he's your guy. I have Diggs. There's not ever a week where I'm not going to play that guy. I believe this is another obvious one that you'll play. He's the number 1 scoring wide receiver. You got to play that guy. Okay, so next wide receiver. I believe you got to pause on Gabe Davis. And it kind of sucks. You know, we had high hopes for Gabe Davis. Emmanuel Sanders played for them last year, and Gabe Davis was just a guy that every now and then, he did well, but then the Bills let go of Emmanuel Sanders, and we were all thinking Gabe Davis was going to step into that number 2 role, and with Josh Allen throwing the ball, he was going to get a lot of receptions, a lot of touchdowns, or at least around like 10 touchdowns this year. The touchdowns are not there. They're not there. That's just the problem. He's not getting the touchdowns. The last 5 games, and the reason why I'm saying the last 5 games, because 6 weeks ago, they're on a bye. So this is the last 5 games. It's from their bye. He's had 4 points. Then he had 18 points. Allen threw the ball 43 times that game. Then he had an 8.5, and then he had 5. In a game, this is how it shows the inconsistent Gabe Davis is. So he had one game where Josh Allen threw the ball 43 times. He got 18 points. Then he had another game where Josh Allen threw 42 times against, I want to say the Lions is who they played last week, and he only got 5 points. He's not getting those opportunities. Right now, Josh Allen is really thrown to everybody else. You were kind of hoping Gabe Davis was going to be that guy who's going to be scoring from like 30, 40, 50 yards out, getting you that long touchdown and then some yards along the way, but he's not doing it. But then again, it's Gabe Davis and the Bills. This could be a game that he actually does play well and, score you some points. Like, it's pretty tough, but if I had to put him in any position on your bench, I would try the flex or any position on your roster. I would put him on the flex or on the bench. I would definitely pause him. And what I kind of wanted to go off of that too is that this is another reason why I want to pause on Gabe Davis, is because my next player is a boomer bust. This is my boomer bust guy, is Isaiah McKenzie. I think he's going to boom it. And I'm just going to follow the stats. I'll show you why. So against the Lions, he did pretty well. He had 6 receptions, 96 yards, 1 touchdown on 10 targets, right? 10 targets. I think that was his highest all year. And then when I feel like he's probably like a key player against the Pats, right? Like I said, the Pats have the good secondary, but maybe there might be something they figured out in the slot where McKenzie is a lot. And because the reason why I'm thinking this is because last year when they played in December, Isaiah McKenzie killed it. He had 11 receptions, 125 yards, one touchdown on 12 targets. That was the game back in December. I think he's going to play another big part, right? I feel like you're going to have to pause on Gabe Davis. I think a lot of the gameplay is going to go. Diggs is going to get his, right? But I think the other targets are going to go to Isaiah McKenzie, and there's a good chance that he's going to have another big game. I would say that he is a boom. Drop the mic, boom. TNT, boom. I think he's going to have a big game. Boom. To go up and continue on, I would pause on Devin Singletary. New England is 5th best against running back scoring. Singletary has not rushed over 100 yards at all this year. At all. He's gotten over 80 yards twice and once since the bye week. And in the last 5 games, he's also averaging just 1.5 receptions a game with 11 yards receiving average. This guy is definitely touchdown dependent. There's a possibility that they could get down to the 1-yard line and give it to him. I think with the stingy run defense from the Patriots, they're going to shut him down. He's going to get shut down. He's not going to do well. I don't think he's going to get a touchdown this week. If there's going to be any rushing touchdown, it's going to come from Josh Allen. But I see this being more of like a Diggs and a Isaiah McKenzie game. Turn the page. I would play Dawson Knox. He's one of the tight ends that he has a pretty good ceiling, so you would play him. There's not a lot of those out there. Also, it's probably the weakness for the New England Patriots because they are 26th best against tight end scoring. He averages about 4 targets a game, which is good. I have like Dalton Schultz who scores those touchdowns, but Dalton Schultz is only getting like 4 targets a game. I mean, those are like, if you're not like a Mark Andrews or like a Travis Kelsey, those targets are gonna be they're gonna be higher. But there's like nobody else that's like really close to them in targets. 4 is good, in this tight end wasteland, and with the possibility of him scoring a touchdown too. So I would play Dawson Knox. Also, so there was 3 touchdowns thrown last year's game in New England. One went to Diggs, one went to Isaiah McKenzie, the third. Do you know who? Dawson Knox. So, all right. Now I would play the Bills defense. All right, Von Miller's out, but New England is 25th in scoring, right? So it's a good matchup to play defenses against offenses who can't really score a lot of points. The last 5 games, the Bills total has had 11 sacks, 4 fumble recoveries, and 3 INTs. They average around 20 to 22 points. So they're not getting you over 10 points fantasy-wise, but they are getting a decent amount where you could be probably satisfied. I mean, no one's really satisfied until you get like 10 or 15. But with other options out there, that will give you like 0 to 2 to 4 points. Bills have a good chance of getting around like 8 to 10 points this game. Also, the Pats have this is a crazy stat. In the last 4 games, the Pats have given up 19 sacks. 19 sacks, and you're going against a Bills defense. Like I said, Von Miller isn't playing, but I think other people are going to step up, and they're going to put the pressure on Mac Jones. I can see a turnover happening. I can see sacks happening in this game too. And then you play Tyler Bass. He's number 2 in scoring. As a scoring kicker, he's had 6+ points in the last 5 games. 2 weeks ago, I went up against him when my sister had him, and he put up 23 points. So I would say you got to play him. All right, that's it. Thank you for coming to or finishing this video. If you want to do me a favor and also do me another favor and subscribe, and then leave some comments. We love the interaction. We get more of these. We're getting so close. I think we're 16 away from 50, where we can start doing like on the go, on the mobile live. We're even thinking about putting some shorts in there, like funny little clips that me and Tyler do, because people do think we're funny. So we want to show the world our humor. With that being said, good luck tomorrow. And Tyler's video is coming out tomorrow. Make sure to watch it, and we'll talk later. See ya.